Welcome, everyone, to this week on the 6873 show. We've got an interesting show today. We're actually going to be talking to content creators and their processes, and maybe even give you guys some of our budding content creators some tips out there. So stick with us. I think it's going to be a really fun show. We definitely have a full house tonight. My name is Captain Ren. We also have this beautiful lady right here. Introduce yourself.
I'm me. Like the fruit and body part.
And we also have...
I'm Rossi, and joining us is also our wonderful...
Crayon munching.
Iron Angel. And this beautiful woman over here. Yes, I do enjoy crayons, but remember one thing, people. If it's not Crayola, if it's not the markers, it's not worth it.
Tis true.
Does anybody want to adopt him?
Crayola, because you're worth it.
And I am always, as always, Chucky. Yeah, this is just a piece of work, you know? Jeez, I'm surrounded by imbeciles. But hey, we're gonna get there, okay?
I'm the personal fish stick heel.
I swear to God, shush, or I'll make you into sushi.
It's not your time yet.
All I have is insert meme in my head
We will
of,
eat you.
this family makes me want tomato people meme. Is what's his inserted in my head right now.
Anyway, today we are joined by Mina, who is placed behind me. We are joined by Kiba, our lone fish stick yield, and at the end is Jojo Fries. So, as you see, we are at full capacity and even more here. If there are going to be tensions, it's not here, because we only have fun.
Kinky.
Yay.
I swear
Yes,
to
and we
God,
talk
I'll
about certain
pierce you.
things.
Just a few certain things, only the small
Don't
stuff.
threaten me with a good time, Toki.
As I said, only the small stuff.
Be quiet,
Okay.
Mommy, don't
Dad.
hit daddy. Mommy, don't hit daddy.
How good is your
sounded like you
aim,
ripped
Melanie? How good is your aim?
We're going to have sushi
Apparently
tonight.
you're doing this not
I'm
enough.
sorry. I'm not giving this up just
She's
in
not
case
giving
this
it up.
one needs it.
Let's see if I can... Sorry.
Mine. But you can borrow
There
it.
we go.
I still want a rolled up newspaper.
Anyway,
is,
so today's
mighty hard
episode,
work you have
even
there.
though it might appear chaotic already from the start, we have actually looked forward
My
to
thumb's not
this
working.
episode. Shush. Don't you think I can't hear you? I heard that.
Oh boy. We have our official show bonker
Oh,
here, so you better watch out.
Anyway, as we said, we're talking about content creating today. We're gonna get there. I really hope. Otherwise, we just have to skip today's episode. But hey,
You're just setting it
as
up
we
now.
said-
You really want to get there.
We just really want to get there. Then we lost Rossi again.
and there goes Kiba. And Melanie.
Oh,
and Ronnie's already
the spray
gone.
bottle up. We gotta wash down the windows.
Oh, spray bottle. Oh,
Spray
I'm broken,
bottle.
but I'll still do it. I'm broken, but I'll still do it.
We gotta recover that glass.
Superman!
If you do too many zooms, you end up looking like that.
No more.
Cha-cha, real smooth. Cha-cha, real smooth.
What is wrong with your butt?
Commenting to you, Toki.
I think Toki is ignoring
see
right
what
now.
I'm working
So
with?
I don't know these people. I don't know them. I don't know what I'm doing here. I did not even get
Like
out of
all
bed
I
this morning.
say, I'm surrounded by imbeciles.
We love you too, Toki.
You're surrounded
You
by
want to murder
imbeciles,
people
yet
yet,
we all
Toki?
love each other.
No, not yet. I'm slowly getting there, but My radiometer is not that far up.
I'm going to keep quiet
It
on that
hasn't
one.
gone like Chernobyl yet.
Yes. Exactly. Trust me, you will see it. If the scythe appears more and more and more for every minute that goes, you just run.
Just run.
Just
run
run.
for your life. So, Jojo, tell us a little bit about what you do.
I make shark avatars. Well, I make other avatars too, but I'm mostly known for the shark. Sadly.
Nice. How long have you been an avatar creator?
I think about 3 years.
Oh, very cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I think.
So, about
So
how many
3
avatars have
years.
you made?
Oh, yeah, I was about to say
Oh
that.
gosh.
Loads.
Millions and millions.
And I know because she made
Probably
films.
around 500.
God.
Wow.
So,
Damn.
Do you do avatars
Yeah.
for commission?
What, did you say 300?
500.
500.
500.
Okay, I was about to say 3 years, 300. What?
Well, you
And
did.
I tend to
You
make
said to me you
shark
made 2
avatars.
last night.
Yeah, I made 2
So
last
that's
night.
502,
Fast pace.
technically.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I know, Jojo, you have 2 worlds at least, but I also remember you having a third, or am I not?
Mm-hmm.
Am I correct? Okay,
A
yeah,
really
because
old one, yeah.
Yes, because that's when I saw JoJo's avatars the first time. Is that with these levels in that world, and I was like coming back to like having like, oh, I wanted to see this world again, and I got to platform 1 and was like, oh yeah, I remember all these avatars. Came to platinum, the second level, and like,
Platform
where are
2.
the avatars? Platform, yeah, where are all the avatars? There were so many. They're gone.
Yeah, the world broke when VRChat updated, but it's fixed now.
Yeah. Yeah. I can go back. But yeah, then you have main world of shark avatars. And you
Shark
have a
world.
second.
Oh, shut up.
Yes. Thank you. and then you have, was it Monster Girls?
He's
as
partial
well
to the
that
sharks.
you created?
Yeah.
Nice. I actually were like, we actually talked about this yesterday. We're trying to pinpoint an avatar that Jojo had made, and I literally say it's a big, thick shark with a bra and fishnet over her titties. And she was like, "Wait, what?
And Croc.
What?" Yes, no, it actually has boots.
Oh, alright.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no.
So,
no
she was
Jojo.
like, "Wait." It took
Inquiring
her
minds
10
want to
minutes
know,
just
like,
to realize.
yeah, so many of your avatars have Crocs. Is there a story behind Crocs?
It's not a boulder, it's a croc.
So, in real life, I have about 9 pairs of Crocs, and I wear them all the time, and I wear no other shoe. And then I found a model for Crocs, and I put them on all of my shoes.
Nice.
Can I get the asset?
No.
Oh, now that'll be hilarious. A Rex with Crocs on.
Ugh.
That would be hilarious.
I have to walk
I am
around
just
with
walking
that
around with
one.
Crocs and the thing of crayons.
Hold up, I need my
You
Crocs
my
though.
crayons.
I need mine.
No. Sit
My-
your
my
ass down,
toes.
mister.
My toes are getting cold.
Put the blanket
those, though?
over.
I have a pair of fuzzy Crocs. You want some?
So, I do too.
Fuzzy-
I have a pair of brown
Yeah, fuzzy.
fuzzy Crocs.
Is this a thing,
Jojo,
and why
I
does
like
it exist?
You, but I'm on the verge to go the opposite direction.
I'm sorry.
Just slightly. I mean, just
With
slightly.
the Crocs.
So,
It's all about the
Jojo,
Croc thing.
I don't know if you answered it because I have a hard time hearing you, so I'm going to turn your volume up. I was wondering, do you make avatars for commission?
Depends on how hard the avatar is, because I make so many within a day. So if it's like a quick and easy one, then I'll usually make one for someone.
I'd say you'd have a trouble with mine then.
Yeah,
Not this one's not the one I'm referring about, by the way.
I mean, that's also just complicated.
Basically, yeah.
He wants to
Like, yeah, the glitter bath.
Muse.
smooth.
Mhm.
But actually, Kiba here used to be a YouTuber. Are you
It's
still fiddling a little bit with it, or?
I finally got my setup back, basically. So I've been trying to figure out like what's the current trend of game, and I'm actually going to be starting up February 4th on Twitch at Optic Brave Wolf, on that with the new
Ooh.
Dying Light 2 Stay Human, and going around with all the stuff in that game. Side
that's gonna be
quests,
awesome.
main story, everything. I'm going to be doing about a 2-hour stream every Friday, and at Eastern Standard Time around 4 p.m.
Well, you heard her. Keep an eye out for him.
Nice.
We have some
Yes,
awesome
we will
streams
leave
coming up.
everything in the description below. So when it happens, you have full access to it. Love and support him, please. Also love and support Jojo.
Yes.
Everything we can do to help new content creators, already existing, people who are trying to get back into the game, we will. Like, this is
Yes.
literally all the positive thoughts to creators in here and out there wanting to be.
Mhm.
We hope you.
So one question too.
will-
The question for both of you: what got you into content creating? Did you, and what is your process behind becoming a content creator?
Do you want to go first
Well-
there, Jojo?
Yeah, sure. I don't know. When I first got a headset, I got a Quest, and
Mhm.
it was obviously a few years ago. At the time, there was like 3 Quest avatars. So eventually, I just went, you know what? I'm gonna make my own, and that's where the big world with all the levels came in. Because I just found a whole bunch of models. I just put them out so that there's enough for people to be not the same avatar, and that you could actually
Yeah.
see the avatar.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's what made me start making avatars.
That's awesome.
And
Mhm. Yeah.
for me, and what got me into gaming creation, and for basically like a reactive play style, playthrough, walkthrough, like the whole shebang. It started 6 years ago, ironically, 7 years ago. I was watching a YouTuber group for Minecraft when Minecraft was still a thing from Mojang, MC Finest, and the group called The Pack with Jerome ASF, Beijing Canadian, and all of them. I was just going through my early years of school still, like high school, and I'm like, okay, what they're doing seems cool. And given the fact that I needed an outlet for creativity and everything, and I just like video games for the whole, I was like, you know what, it's good, let's give it a try. But nowadays, I'm like, there's a whole crap ton more things. I thought it was going to be easy. It actually ain't all that easy when it comes to whether it's on Twitch or YouTube, because you got to look at the algorithm, the trends, and monetization and everything. And with YouTube as it is as a whole currently, there's reason why TikTok is a thing. TikTok is the watered down child's version of YouTube, what YouTube used to be 6 years ago. Basically, you shitpost on YouTube, not anymore. You had to
You
be
got a
basically a
point.
businessman.
Mm.
You got a
Yeah.
point.
I mean,
Mhm.
YouTube in general has become more, I guess you could say, more mainstream, more of a network. I guess you could say, especially since
Yeah,
so many
especially because
actual
with
shows.
YouTube and with YouTube, a lot of their sponsors and everything that would put ads on the platform were pulling out because of the amount of gaming content that was growing, but very derogatory, and they don't want
Mhm.
their stuff on that. So they were pulling back. So now
Mhm.
they've strictened down the guidelines. So I'm like, do I want to go on Twitch? Do I want to stay on YouTube? Like, what do I want to do? Because I got to be determined between video making and the time as a one-man band right now to do video editing, which I ain't that good at, or stream it with just a simple schedule and balance between games. Granted, the algorithm there of being found is also a little bit harder than YouTube's, but doable. My one tip I would say for the young audience is find companionship with other like-minded people that are able to also with their own channel and reach out to other higher channels that are growing as well with you and to do collabs, and hopefully their fan base will jump to you and vice versa, and eventually you both will end up stacking each other up, kind of be almost eventually after a few years possibly you be the next PewDiePie.
You never know.
Oh, sure. We'll definitely try.
PewDiePie.
Yes.
Or Jacksepticeye.
Any of those big YouTubers in the gaming industry.
Markiplier.
Nobody can top. No one can top him. He is on the god list.
He's on the god list.
The god
The
list.
boys.
We should try and get him on the show. I think that'd be great.
You should.
It's like
And Lolathon.
I will see if I can narrow down his email and send him an email to invite him.
YouTubers think of.
Honey, I forgot to mention to you, I was finally able to get a hold of someone. Cybergem.
Lolathon.
Which also, if you, if there's any content creators,
Excuse me,
YouTubers,
but
or
I have
anything
a
out
brain
there that
fart.
would like to actually be on the show for an interview, we actually want to hear from you. Our email and everything is down below. If you want to be on the show, if you have anything you'd like to bring to the show, please let us know, because we want to ultimately have you guys on the show.
See, I don't know every YouTuber out there, and apparently somebody here is very disappointed in me. By the way, your mic sensitivity is through the roof.
She's a little furry parrot. Little furry parrot.
Thank you. Oh no.
Oh, my cat's decided he wants attention.
But yeah, like I said, I don't know every big YouTuber there are out there right now, but I do know some, and I also follow some. I follow the boys. They're not that old, but still, it was the YouTube generation that I watch and such. Also, Rat the Brad, like people literally doing walkthroughs of games, or just being like stupid. That piques my interest. So it doesn't take a lot to pique my interest, apparently. But yeah, I would love to see like your stuff. We also have Felix, who is one of our Patreons, who also streams. You probably saw him in an episode of Turkey Time, where I basically kidnapped a bunch of people.
That's one
At
word that you gotta be
gunpoint.
careful with.
Hey, it's a surprise adoption, okay?
That is true.
That's a better way to look at it.
That's
Yeah.
my
Did you
line.
Did you use the ceremonial pillowcase?
No, I used a lollipop. Works faster, more sticky.
And did you use nap time?
No, I just-
Listen, I don't
They
have
still
the
kept
white
talking.
van anymore, okay? I don't have the white van
Aw.
anymore.
She likes when they fight.
Lollipop.
Lollipop,
Anyway,
lollipop, oh, lolly,
to
lolly,
move
lolly.
on to
She does some candy.
it's only for kidnapping adoptions. Yeah, even I heard that. Jesus. To move on to another content creator, but in a different kind of level. So you guys might remember we were sponsored by a company. Unfortunately, we had to part ways, but we wish them all the best in the future.
Yes.
Well, Mina was actually one of the dancers who was working with that partner. And we got to know Mina very quickly and very well. She is now part of our furry family. As I'm pointing to the fist stick.
Which one? We have two of them, honey.
Family, you said that was dinner.
No, the OG one.
Oh,
In our
Red
family.
That is the
Gotcha.
OG one. She created
But
me.
I made this.
No, I said in our family.
She
in our
gave
family.
birth to
You're
this.
the OG of all shark avatars. That's for sure. I know what I said. Okay. Didn't have a total meltdown and brain fart.
I'm about to have a meltdown.
Nina,
Child.
Exactly. That came later.
I am
Anyway.
trying to keep the giggles down.
yes, as you can see, Full House give whole different
Very crazy.
I'm trying not to laugh so much as well.
But
I don't want to break.
really, Rossi.
But it's so easy
I just have
do.
to say one thing,
What?
Rossi.
No.
I just have
no,
to say one thing.
no,
No.
I
no.
will ground you even more, mister. I'll put you in your corner.
No. No, 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 no.
Exactly.
No cookie
But-
for you.
No
you
cookies.
probably think, okay, how can you be a dancer in VR chat? Well, first of all, you have to, as Mina have, full body. Hell, you might not even need that, but she
Beans.
does. Look at them beans.
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 Mina, would it be possible to show us on the table, show us some of how you actually perform? Give us a little sample.
Listen, honey, you just have to shake your hips and call it a day.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, most of it, a lot of it in my situation, since I was like a table dancer, like I see, like a lot of other VR dancers who are a lot better than me, they actually like break dance, do all these moves and stuff. I just stand on the table and I shake my hip to very seductive music.
Well, that's still
It's still classified
creating
as dancing.
content
Mhm.
and dancing. Yeah, doesn't it matter if you only
I
stand
know
like
how
this in a
booty.
corner? Yeah, you can shake your booty. This is literally just this is dancing too. I mean, come on. I'm not even moving my legs because
Do the Mr. Bean dance.
Yeah, and as far as
Oh,
I know,
yeah.
you
And
don't-
it's
you don't
basically
need full
whatever body
to
part
dance.
moves, it
As long as
grooves.
you're confident about doing it. 'Cause I used to tease half
Mhm.
body dancers.
exactly.
As long
Those
as you
guys
get
kind of
the
an-
point across of what you're trying to do, with like seductive
Mhm.
touching and stuff like that.
That's kind of an interesting subject.
Copy.
Since you were actually an active, what you could call an active content creator, since you actually performed inside of VR, but you also did instruction inside of VR. How was it? How did being a VR instructor and even being a VR performer differ from being, let's say, an IR performer?
In my case, like trying to get the movement to look correctly. Like
Mhm.
sometimes, like your trackles or like your movement or your shuttle, like trying to get it to like flow correctly. Like in real life, you can just move your hips around and get the point across. But in my case, with moving my trackles and my hips, I had to figure out how to move my hips differently to make it look the way I wanted to. I was a little perfectionist about that. Like if my trackles were moving correctly, I would recalibrate like every other second, just so it would look the way that I wanted it to.
Yeah, because it's kind of a different challenge because I know what you'd call live action motion capture is kind of becoming a popular theme now with a lot of VTubers and YouTubers and content creators in general. And so you're kind of, you definitely fall within that category. It's interesting to get that perspective on being, a motion capture artist.
There's also the thing of having to figure out how to dance with a heavy thing on your head.
I can imagine that you actually, and this is gonna sound wrong, but I mean it in the best way possible. If they don't track, like your trackers don't track correctly, you kind of have to be like more aggressive when it comes to your movement to make sure that it actually comes through like that. Because I've seen people with full body and then their head are over there, but their legs are walking that way. I mean,
It is
yeah.
disturbing.
Hey, they just turned into
I
Super
even
Most
seen
like
her
track
do
What
it.
the-
users, we get possessed by the devils. When we go
Yes.
AFK, we get possessed by the devil.
And then you get issues like mine where all of a sudden it reads it as one, so I turned into a mermaid, so both my legs stick together.
Or like even the thing like bend the back over backwards, and the bars will like twist around.
Or you just be like, no, she just tips her head off, put it down, but apparently her legs are still walking.
Well, that's not what I mean. I mean, like when we do, I don't know how to go correctly, but like if I can get off the table and on the floor. But like bending over backwards like this way. Like, the body like twists around if your backing's not correct.
Yeah. That's true.
I like how this deformed twist.
Oh, hello.
And going inside the chair for a moment earlier.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, when Ren goes to do something, he ends up doing a yoga pose.
I swear to
Well, it's
God,
like,
I'm sorry, Molly, but I have to tell this to you. If you're sitting next to him and he needs to go do stuff, he doesn't go into the AFK emote. No, he just yeets
He just takes
his
it off
headset,
and just
the
yeets
only
it.
thing I get
Oh,
in
yeah,
my
like
face
this.
if I'm near him is his ass. Every time, it's for sure.
Which I don't mind.
Oh, that's not right. One time I got crotch, but I was not. I was not amused. I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, Rossi does it too. And how many times have we violated him on this stage because he's been AFK in strange motion? Or
We've
stick-
been violated even
Yes.
though Ian and I go into
Yes.
the AFK mode. I get a picture. I got a nice picture. You just see that goddamn something oil can
WD-40.
underneath my ass.
Well,
They were
that's why you
balancing
have
on
the
the can of
WD-40 and the
toy.
wrench. You have to, you have to spray it with WD-40, and the wrench goes.
No.
Hey, hey! At least you were only sat on the WD-40. That wrench went right in. That
was him.
That
I
was
was ready to
him.
throw him under the bus. That was him. That was him.
There was no
That
resistance.
has
Easy question what
that
you
is
and your
now-
missus do.
That is now my internal organs are now severely damaged.
Breathe.
But
Wait,
very
I
well
thought they were
lubricated.
unscrewed.
Whoa! Oh, we
But I
do
thought they
know
were
a kinky
unscrewed.
side behind Rossi and his
But
missus now.
loose.
Chicky chicky bow wow.
Now
Hey,
we know
what,
what
you
to
think
do
I've got
behind closed
hentai
doors.
organs?
Nina, you would like to say something?
Back with like the model creating stuff. I actually use a program called Void for making models sometimes.
That's right.
It's really good for like people who don't know how to use Unity and Blender. It's like a good like beginning thing to get your mind into it.
That would be.
Yeah,
Book
Jojo
missions for
nods.
VTubers.
She agrees.
Yeah.
Because Mina
So
also
that-
do
Like, I
avatars.
Yeah, I recently got
So that's
into doing Blender and stuff, but before that I did Void commissions.
Exactly.
well. That's bringing a subject.
I'm
So, what's your
actually-
guys', I guess you could say, loadout for asset creations? I mean, what would you suggest for someone wanting to come into the field of asset creation?
I'll go first. Usually,
Ladies
well,
first?
when I started, I used Unity, and then I just kept, using it over and over again, getting used to the layout, because that was how you would upload. And then after a while, then I got into Blender to be able to optimize my avatars better and make them look nicer. So I would recommend Unity and Blender.
Nice.
And you, Mina?
In my case,
Oh, sorry. I was thinking of Avatar Ways. But keep on. Go ahead.
well, for video creation, kind of like here, and they have their own video production system here. I don't necessarily know what y'all are currently using. I assume, presumably, is the OBS Studio, and that is a pretty good beta software currently, which is easily able to link straight to whatever platform, mainly between Twitch and YouTube the most, for streaming purposes, and it is a good recording software. But what I used to use was starting up for my content kind of creation was DxTory. It's a really old video content machine, it actually is pretty good for early on instead of using Fraps early as well. Fraps is definitely the most complicated bunch. With OBS Studio, it usually, depending on what your computer's programming and based hardware is, it will auto default as best settings for you, except for figuring out what bitrate you want to use. Other than that, that's completely up to you. Face rigging for cameras is something I'm going to be looking into at some point, because I don't want my hair all face on camera, and maybe you guys don't want it either. So
I
face
can
rigging
recommend
software is good.
something that I used to use.
Oh,
Something
and
that
what
me
would
and
that
a
be,
lot of
Minna?
my VTuber friends I used to do VTubing on Twitch, and some of my friends also do it.
That's true.
I would recommend I would recommend VC Face. It's a good tracking thing they can use with VTuber models.
Oh, that's really
Alright,
interesting.
They have,
I'm
as far
looking
as
at
I know,
getting
they
a
have a free
custom one, though.
version and something else, like a custom VTuber model or like a custom face tracking thing.
For me on Steam, I have what is called Face Rig. That's an actual thing on there that you can get for about $60 currently. And you have a lot of prerequisite avatars that would just detect based off your camera and a specific type of lighting in the room. But I'm just looking into seeing if I can get a custom model so that if I wanted to, I could use something like my VR chat model that's currently in the works. And hence why for you, Jojo, I would say you might have quite a lot of difficulty in creating it. But who knows? You definitely have done it for quite some time, and I'm half tempted to see how you would do. But if you're able to work on creating a face rig setup as well, or is that partially even in your skill set? If you don't mind me
I've
asking.
never tried to do a face rig. It looks so difficult. But with Blender, there's some things that you could like. There's shortcuts, but they're not the best. They get some things, but not all the time.
Fair enough.
Well,
That
you never know.
that
You
answers
might
my
venture
question.
into a new field.
So I'm
True.
kind of curious. So Melanie here is also a content creator, and actually an avatar asset creator. What's your loadout, and what are some of your experiences being a VR chat avatar creator? And you're specific to VR chat, no other platform. Is that correct?
Yeah. I am still really, really new, and I'm more about editing textures than anything. So that way I can make avatars Quest compatible, because I know there's other ways to go about it, but I don't fully grasp that. So I stick with just editing the texture to make it as close to the PC original.
I also heard that you can make avatars that's PC compatible, and you can make just avatars that's Quest compatible, but actually combining the two, it get really messy, if I'm not mistaken. I heard a lot
It
say,
gets very messy.
"Oh, yeah, I can imagine." Because I'm
Yeah,
like,
in my
every time I see a
experience-
PC only. Yes, Mina?
In my experience, usually like translating PC stuff to the Quest, a lot of the issues are one, either the texture doesn't look correct, or B, because the shaders that Quest avatars use is the VR chat mobile Mac cap, and that shader is very, very, very. So
Okay, that was very direct.
Is that the technical term?
Apparently, yeah. Look it up, people. Look it up.
I don't wanna. Like it's the colors are very muted. There's only so much you can do with it, in my experience. And sometimes it turns all the material green, and I don't know why. I'll just randomly turn it green.
Yeah,
So it's like it's very
plants are
limited what you
green.
can do with it.
Mhm.
Like it's very, very limited what you can do with it, and it's like not fair.
Well,
Like,
I
because
remember
with
when
PC
we're-
models, they have
Continue, Mina.
PC models. We have like so many different shaders. We have like cube shaders, Koyomi shaders, all these different shaders that we're able to use. Yet Quest only is allowed to have one, and I don't think that's really fair.
True.
Well, I do know with a lot of my avatar creation, because I know a lot of people go from PC to Quest, but I can have a different things. I want all my my personal avatars, completely bi-compatible, and I don't like to have a lot of difference between the two. Is I'll actually take a PC rigged or PC avatar that has all of the mesh content and stuff like that, because the Quest can run way more than what VR chat's allowing. But I'll start with the Quest avatar first, and then when I get done with that, then I'll actually upgrade it to the PC avatar.
Mm-hmm.
So that I know that they're both going to be completely compatible. Like if I want added texture onto, let's say, my fur, that may not be possible to have more than one texture map on a Quest, or at least limited amount. But so I'll have a basic texture map for the Quest because I'm under a megabyte limit. And then on the PC side, then I'll just add in that extra layer on top of that, so that it'll look a little bit better on the Quest side. It's just my workflow is I start with the basics and then work up instead of taking the highest and working down.
I remember even my avatar here, it was made PC like instantly, and then the person who made this originally had to do it Quest compatible. Now a lot of stuff, if you see the small one I have of this one, it's slightly darker, has a different color and such. Not that different, but it's noticeable. And then you see this one. This one was actually reintroduced and recolored, lighter colors, so it matches that how do you say, Quest compatibility. Because it was very dark on Quest. I could barely see the facial features and such. If I go into what I also have on here, my demon mode, I was literally just dark on dark. I couldn't distinguish my own features. I couldn't even see my beans. And I was actually sad about that. And then I contacted him because he has made Nekos for me before, and he's really good at what he does. Unfortunately, he's sick at the moment with COVID. He is getting better though.
Get well soon.
But that's good. And we're currently working on maybe making some changes on this avatar. So you never know. Maybe next time I'll look different. You never know. But I have a question with the whole Twitch stream. So in order to watch your stream, when you eventually get there, you have to download Twitch, right?
Actually, you don't have to watch my stream. You don't really have to download it at all on with Twitch to watch my stream. If I'm currently live, like I said, would be at 4 p.m. EST, which I don't really time zone conversion is a little bit off in my head with that one. I usually stick to my own time zone. Just tune into my Twitch, which is Optic Brave Wolf with capital O, capital B, and capital W on the name. And you can tune in live with me on the stream. But for a month after the stream ends, the video will be there still, and I will be able to pull it down and transfer to my YouTube channel as a kind of like a Twitch highlight or episodes and increments for other people on that platform. And that all Twitch really mainly is a way for me to interact with you guys, share the experience with, quite live and talk with. Granted, sometimes I might not be able to get to everybody, but early on you're going to have few people.
Yeah, it's just when I try to watch stream videos, well, not stream, Twitch videos, and me being stupid, not realizing, hey, it's live. Dum-dum.
That's usually...
So I'm like, oh, it ended. Oh, it ended. Okay, fair enough. Still clicking the same goddamn video next time they're uploaded. They're live, for fuck's sake. I know what lives mean, but I still do it.
Well, with any luck, hopefully we'll do our own live episode.
We did. Well, we made a pre-recorded one. But There's still a live
no,
studio
a live
audience.
stream.
I know.
If
We'll
need
get
be,
there.
if you
currently
guys want,
working
I
on
could
that.
help you guys set up that.
Yes.
Keep a watch out. We
We are
got some
currently
plans
working
coming.
on that to do a live stream on YouTube or on Twitch.
Mhm.
Either
Ooh.
or,
Or
you
both.
can
Can
easily
I
set
have
them up.
that?
Mhm.
What?
Sorry.
Can I have what?
Nothing. Don't worry. Nothing.
I'm so
just see
confused.
What?
Beans. Beans.
That's not hard to do, is it?
She does
So
not
one
like
thing
beans.
too,
I'll put it that way.
I was gonna ask you, since you guys are, professional. Everyone here is pretty much a professional content creator. But for you, what would you do? What are the things that you do, or necessities that you do to actually protect your work? Like as encryption, are you for or against NFTing it, or what are some of your experiences and views on actually protecting your work?
Me, from in regards to that, because videos are easily able, especially it's been a problem a lot of times with YouTube. If you even put copyrighted music on chance, you will get flagged in a split second of its upload. And then before anybody's ever seen it. My content, I will usually put, and I'm gonna make a custom watermark and that logo, and I'm gonna be put that embedded in the video itself. That way, if anybody strips it down and that it's plain as day that it is a scripted content, and if they try to re-upload it, they won't be able to. And if people have like with watermarks, it's good for like if you're on YouTube platform. Twitch is a different standpoint. Usually, to protect your assets, like you'd have to mainly protect your account and access to the computer itself that you're streaming from. With that, I usually go with a high density encoding algorithm just to keep that stuff protected.
Okay, very cool.
Let's see.
Oh.
Okay.
And well, I know like for 3D asset creation, is because with the explosion of this year, especially with everyone focusing on metaverses and 3D asset creation to help fuel a lot of these metaverses that are coming out, which I was watching the last trade show or CS in Las Vegas, and the whole focus of that show is primarily virtual worlds, and which is great. It's going to be boon to us. Like I say, 2022 is the year that VR becomes mainstream for everyone. But content creators like 3D mesh creators, avatar creators, stuff like that are going to be in super high demand. But that also brings up the thing, with people who have been in this environment for a long time and are actual asset and 3D mesh creators. What would be some of the steps that you would do to protect your work from it being pirated or copied, or and how do you plan to actually go forward and actually monetizing your assets?
I mean, for I know for avatar creators, their mark are always either inside the avatar or show like a small mark that people can associate with them, like Jojo has as well. Mina, I actually don't know if you have any, or if it is, since it's about
I usually
model.
Since I usually edit the models I have, I don't usually put one on it. Because I don't think that's really legal of me to put, like, oh, hey, I edited this, let me put something on it.
Yeah, no, also
but,
meaning that
with
you
my
give...
With my Void avatars, it's like in the actual coding, it puts my name in the coding of the thing when I upload to the... It's like, it's exporting the model, and in the details of the model, I put my name in the author of it, so when it's a Void model, I can do it that way.
Yeah. But you're still able to recognize and give recognition to the original model creator as well. And I can understand that because unfortunately there are people who...
Usually, like when I take a model from like Gumwood or stuff like that, I'll buy it, edit it, and in the description, like in Unity, there's like avatar description. I literally write edited by me, original model by whoever the heck the original creator is. So I even put it in the description, like this is not mine. I just edited it.
Yeah. But there are unfortunately people out there who just don't see eye to eye with that, and they rip avatars. They even put them on online web pages for other people to buy people's
I had that
already
happen to
private
me as
avatar.
well.
We had that on the show
Like,
too. We had that happen to some of us as well.
Mhm.
Thankfully,
Yeah,
Ian was
when I
quick
first
enough,
started,
and yeah.
when I first
Well, one
started
of the
editing
nice things
models,
about
like
it.
some of my earlier ones got like put on like this web store. I was like, why the fuck are my
Yeah.
models on here? They're not even that good. And like I just like my friends were like, hey, these models that you edited for us, they're like on the store. I'm like, I was like, okay, why?
Quick thing, if you guys out there or anybody you know has actually had that happen, please leave a comment down below. We would like to hear what your advice is for like avoiding this all in general, or if you have some means, or even just what you do in that kind of situation, or if you need help to know what to do in that kind of situation. We'd love to hear that from you guys.
Yeah,
It's
well,
always
when
better to
you
have
were
a
nice
dummy
enough to actually
avatar,
give me the
too.
assets for this one, so I can have a different, so I can make different outfits.
Yeah, I tend to just give it to whoever wants it. Because, I mean, if you want my avatar, sure, have it. I don't mind at all.
I just want the Crocs.
Yeah, you can find. You'll be able to find him on
Honey?
Discord in the group server I put you in.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up!
There's love at home.
But honestly, on that subject, hearing about people getting
Beans.
Focus.
He's clearly
Focus.
Ladies and
distracted.
gentlemen, that's my boyfriend.
But anyways,
Just so you know,
as I
I'm
was
the
going
luckiest
on.
wolf on ever because I've got this.
Now, as I was saying,
Okay.
there's people out there that have an extra avatar that is made like theirs, but as a dummy if you wear it out in public. I have 2 of them. Nobody has seen them yet except for Toki. But I wear them as a dummy, so if someone tries to clone it, it'll actually send a code through the actual computer and turn off their PC. It's a kill command.
That's badass.
That is
So
It's a kill
basically
command code.
It's a way of saying, yeah, Uno reverse card. You want my shit? Denied.
Exactly.
Well, I
it just
mean-
turns it
Have the
off. It
power.
doesn't
You
kill
want
it.
it? Take
Denied.
it.
It doesn't kill the computer. It just basically turns it off. So whatever
It's a
they're in
force
the middle of
shutdown.
Say
doing,
that.
I would
Does it
love to
make the
see them
computer
try.
to death?
Well, one
Like a
thing that's been
ping
nice,
or, like,
especially with VR
overloading
chat,
the ping on the
is they
computer?
actually have doubled up on their encryption algorithms. So if someone is able to force clone your avatar and rip that out of VR chat, it's basically just corrupted data, which is great. That's something they've needed for a long time. But I do
Yes.
know, even though like I love my mesh creators, which I love Keurig, Cyberware Wolves. I love Tusk avatars, which I have most all of her avatars. But the actual texture maps and stuff like that, that's my artwork. So of course I'll credit the avatar creator with the creation of the mesh. But like the actual texture maps and all the stuff added to it, like if I need an asset, I'll go into Blender and create that 3D asset. But in the actual 3D file, I'll actually hide a signature inside of the 3D asset itself, and I also watermark all of my textures. In fact, in some of my avatars, I do it 3 times. In fact, one of them you'll actually be able to see it in hidden places. You'll actually be able to see the owner of the mesh if I'm doing a commission or my signature. But it's also the image itself, the actual JPEG or PNG file, is literally watermarked. So even if you're able to get the mesh, my textures are actually watermarked. I can prove ownership of that.
There is actually on Gumroad, and I recently just figured that out. Now I became like a hoarder. on my Google Drive. I need to buy more space. But when you are a member of certain groups on your Discord, there are sometimes avatars giveaway that's fully just you need to just download it and get it into your account. Of course, don't remove shit, don't steal shit from it, and they're good to go. They're on your account. There are some things you need like Unity or 3.0 SDK, other stuff. Some are already pre-made, thank God. And you can literally get them for free. You can go in, you can support them on their Patreons and stuff like that. But other than that, the Gumroad link you go into actually shows their Gumroad. And you can literally get it for free. There are furry avatars also. There are not a lot of them, but there are a lot of other different male, female, anime, non-anime characters in there. So
Humans.
Just go digging. You can find them. There are also free assets in there, like clothing, even a sound. Like if you create an object, like Ran said, but you need a sound put on that object. There is actually a sound mod you can download, put on that specific object, and give it multiple sounds. And they even showed me the video, actually this person in VR chat, showing on different surfaces, when they took a hammer and hammered on wood, it had one sound, but it has more different sounds compared to when you pick it up again and hit somewhere else. The same with a metal pipe, a cement block, everything. You can put any kind of noise on it, although it would look very suspicious if you have a hammer and you hit something and it sounds like a duck. Of course, depending on what surface it is.
Quack.
Yeah, don't put that on him. I don't want to do that every time trying to hit him.
Quack.
Quack.
Quack. But yeah, that was actually, and I hope he actually had time to like research into it because it could actually be fun.
Yes.
Also,
I've honestly been thinking on a question, and that for everybody here as the cast and the other content creators here, with how VR as even a content standpoint for creation for VR as it is now, if you were to look at a show like SAO and how VR is so advanced there, how and where do you think your content will standpoint in a world like that per se? If VR ends up our world becoming quite more advanced and you have that kind of technology.
This platform would not be the same. From what we are right now, will be completely 100% different because you're going to have a lot more content creators come in. You're going to have a lot of new people that are trying to learn the ropes, just like Mina. She didn't know next to anything about avatars, but she got into it. And now look where she's at. She's made a personalized avatar for our VR kids.
And it's adorable. Still need eyebrows though, but it's adorable.
It does need eyebrows, but the whole platform. If you want
yes,
to, yeah.
Please.
Hopefully, don't crash the camera.
Adorable.
Yeah, don't crash the camera.
One thing too is like especially the content creators that have been in this field for a long time are going to have the advantage of foot up because here from the start, they have all they need to really do is just learn new systems and ramp up their production stuff. So the ones that are here are definitely going to have an advantage.
So this is actually the fur color is actually a mesh between his color and my fur color.
I mean, if you can stand up real quick and do a full 360
without falling. Look at that butt.
Look at that butt.
And all our kids are like so happy about it.
They're so happy to see it. It was worth money, yes.
And they had demon mode
Demon
because
mode.
of course. And
Oh,
yes.
They have matching death instruments. Oh,
But I paid her for this avatar and let the kids make their changes to it that they wanted for $50. To me personally, especially since it is going to my VR family and to everybody that I know that is a part of our family, I'm glad I did it. I honestly did. It was money well worth spent.
Me.
Which I still thank you to this day, about it.
When you bring the kids to work.
Hopefully without
Well, just
licking
kinda-
your lip.
do we have any closing
in charge
questions we
of
want
my-
to ask?
Yeah,
What
did you say there, Red?
you said content creators. There's
Mhm.
he's already kind of spat into it, the TikTok community. There's a lot of people.
There's a lot of people that have basically, they're more of like your goofed off shit posts, lawyers, not showing the legal side in like. Normally, people would assume when you think lawyers in like, terms of a video content, it's more educational, not fun and dance and swing your arms around a hoot nanny and like it's a rodeo of some sort. But on TikTok, you can do that kind of stuff. Yes, I have a lot of weird phrases, and maybe you could put me into an action figure. But
You never know.
Merch. All right, time to be a shameless plug. I'm a TikToker.
Shut up.
A friend of mine that y'all YouTubes actually know, and that is an avid viewer in terms of TikTok and has debated creating TikTok viewers of his own. My recommendation with that, I'm not a TikToker myself, but in terms of how it, and I've seen some of the content and that as it is, it's a good place for you to start in terms of getting experience in the creation and that engine for video content and try and find where you yourself and the type of content you are comfortable with. If you want to go up to like say Twitch or YouTube, the big I guess you could say hierarchy on that of video creation, because once you start going in there, you're going to be more fine line limited, which in some cases is going to really hamper your creativity, and you're going to possibly have a breakdown and mental health issue if you don't focus on yourself and your needs as well in that regard, while still outputting enough content to keep yourself afloat. Because with YouTubers like Markiplier, the content he used to make before the new YouTube change, and that was a little bit more vulgar to a degree. But now, as you see, he's more the kid-friendly side of things and not really swearing or cussing all that much. And a lot of those YouTubers are bleeping themselves out. But if you want to get to the side of
Down
gore,
with censorship.
you have to, like, for Mortal Kombat, it's a game completely surrounded about vor and gore and a whole lot of other crap that's very vulgar. You have to, even in the slightest even tinge of blood, you have to completely shade your screen into one hue color, like oversaturated blue or something, just to make it not what it is, to be able to even make content on Mortal Kombat anymore. The old videos don't have that luxury because they're still already on the platform before the change. But I fear with YouTube as it is, as a whole, a little bit, companionship and whatnot is what's needed to build you as a starting person, even on TikTok, having someone that's a I guess high value target on TikTok, collab, build yourself up, talk to other people, and everything. Even you guys would really being here for myself even is a collaboration, even though I haven't made content in a while. Because I'm here talking with you guys. This, as you guys are growing, you are helping me grow. Basically, is the way I'm looking at it here.
We're helping each other.
Yeah. You help me, I help you. You scratch me, I scratch you. Simple. That's how
Sorry, couldn't resist.
Oh dear.
Okay, so now we're talking about censorship. There is a reason why we have our channel be 18 and up. I swear worse than a sailor. We say stupid shit here. We want the message
Fucking A,
to
right,
get
we
out,
do.
even
We're
though it's
dirtier than
just
Saturday Night Live, but we're more fucking funny.
True.
really.
Be quiet, or I'll start talking about dirty laundry.
No, shut
I
up.
swear I will take the thing I say to him, say to you. I will drop kick you into next week if you don't shut up. And it will be out a
Alright,
certain
Nelson.
attachment.
February 4th.
Then
I'll
what
be
are you gonna do about
dropkicking
your
a lot of
dirty laundry
zombies.
then?
Anywho. God damn it, I love these people, but I love to hate them too. But with that
We're the
being
ones you
said,
love to
we
hate.
know. I'll turn you into soup.
We're in danger.
Metal suit? That don't make no sense. He got no bones.
Yeah.
That's true.
Shark fin
No
soup.
fish soup.
You can turn him into
Just a
new
good
silverware.
broth. Nah,
True.
too complicated.
Well, just
But
do,
as
what
I
do you
was
want to do? A quick
trying-
announcement. Oh, go ahead.
I was trying before I got interrupted again. Jesus Christ. How do I work with these people? Anywho, well, oh, I like the little angry face. But that being said, we cannot stop younger generations from watching adult content. It happens everywhere. It doesn't matter what platform you're on, even here in VR chat. There are guidelines. Not everybody follows them, and sadly, people have to take responsibility of their own actions. That or their
Yep.
parents, or whoever is their legal guardian.
Mhm.
We do the content, yes, but we can't be blamed for who watches it and not.
We restrict our videos
Precisely.
so literally anyone with only an 18+ account can watch it. So if a child watches it, they're obviously making the account and fake their date of birth. It's not exactly our fault.
Mhm.
Of
No,
course,
Which is
there are
something
certain
that happens
things we
on
do
VR chat a
not
lot,
talk
sadly
about
enough.
because we're not
Now
gonna go
listen here, you little crotch goblins.
there. Hey,
There is no need. There is no need to do this. If you're gonna want to watch
No
our
need.
content, we need to know. If you're gonna watch
you're
our
not a
stuff,
crotch goblin.
just comment it.
You're not a crotch goblin.
Comment that you're under the age of 18. That's all I want to know. Like, are you 18 or under? If you're 18 and under, we will read it and try to communicate through it, through ourselves, to do more clean content. But knowing
You're basically
us,
inviting people.
what I'm trying to get with here is that if we know the viewer age of what people are watching, we want to know.
Well, they
Do you like
shouldn't
us
be
for our
able to.
funness? Do you like it if you like us for our goofiness? Or just being ourselves? We want to know.
But the thing is, honey, even though you shushed me, which is a rare occasion, you're never gonna do that again. People.
He's in trouble.
Mm-hmm. Even mini me here agrees. Love you too.
Family dynamic.
You were not scared of this one. Okay, bring it up.
You literally look like you was holding on to it then, Tucky.
Yeah, I know.
He's holding her back.
But maybe it's not the best idea to invite all the minors to come on our videos. Because they
I'm
should
not
not be able to.
inviting
Basically,
them.
if you're a minor, go to the coal mine rather than watch our videos.
Right, what?
He's
Ooh.
basically innocent and
Spice
giant
up.
committee.
Oh.
Child labor.
Oh,
dear.
you're gonna be somebody else's soup. I don't even have to
You
be mine.
honestly didn't
Jesus.
get the joke.
Wait, this sound wrong.
That was a
It
bad
doesn't
joke.
matter.
You're a minor.
Your
Go
arms
to the
don't
It's a
mines,
bad
not watch our
joke.
videos.
It's still
Nah.
a bad joke.
That's dark, man.
I make a
That's
bad
Alright,
joke
dark.
once in a
children.
blue moon.
Children, let's go. Come on.
Hey, I was
Oh.
Well, I
forced to
do
wait
want to
from
have
fucking 8
a
and
quick
upwards, so...
announcement for any future shows.
Now you're in trouble, Mister.
With
now
all
you
the
really are in
stuff that's
trouble.
happening
I
on
make a
VR
bad joke
chat,
once in a
and
blue...
since we are kind of a leader here,
I was just
if you
waiting
have any
for
like
to look
fraud
over.
alerts, if you know any toxic people, toxic
Crazy
communities,
eyes.
anything that
Crazy
needs
eyes.
to be brought out, send us an email. We want to know about it because we are actually starting another segment called VR Watch, and so if you know any toxic communities, anything like that, fraud, bad content creators, anything, bad people to avoid, rippers, even websites that promote this, drop us a link. We want to know about it so we can investigate it, and we will actually have a new segment coming out where we will actually be reporting and exposing on all these different things happening not only in VR chat but even across different communities. So please leave us a link. We want to hear from you guys because I think this is, as the metaverse grows, as this becomes a thriving society, the more that we can get out and let people know, the better.
We gotta turn into the
We
VR
will note-
watchdogs.
Yes.
Yeah, basically.
Yes.
Rawr.
But we will
Rough.
note that if you want to appear anonymous, we respect that. You don't have to put your name on it,
Yes.
but we'll need to have the source of information, like where did you get it from, how did you find it or come across it, just so we can make sure and double check, so we don't create false information.
Yes.
If you have video evidence,
invalid.
anything like that, because we do want to
Mhm.
research this as much as we can, get to the bottom of things, and then give an accurate report. So we're asking for your guys' help.
Yes.
We'll even go to
All-
legal terms too if needed.
Or
Also,
give
we
it
want to
over
thank
to
all of our
people who have-
Patreons.
Mhm.
We thank you guys so
Yay.
much. You keep the lights on. Please like, share, subscribe to everyone you know. Please help us grow our Patreons. Also, there's going to be the members thing down below here, so you actually be able to just sponsor us directly from YouTube. But please help us keep the lights on. Please help keep the show going. We can't do this without you. And there is surprisingly a lot of cost to being a VTuber. So please help us out. Help the show
Yeah.
going.
What was it you used to say, heal for our volley?
Oh yeah. And don't forget, for every dollar made is a cracker for a volley and crayons for Ion.
Yes. Exactly.
I
Okay,
actually
any
had a
final
brain
thoughts?
Potato.
Potatoes!
I haven't done
Not
that
yet,
yet.
honey.
Potatoes.
Not yet.
That-
Not
that's-
yet. Oh,
Jump
This
into
one's
the
going to be a
cab.
very special exit.
Oh
but
boy.
Dun, dun,
Any
dun.
final
I'm gonna say
Alright.
potatoes out of his backside.
And they call it bum nut.
if you're not shut up, I'll put a potato down your, up your backside.
I was gonna say, if it's gonna go down
We
my
like it
backside,
kinky around here.
it's gonna be easy.
A baked potato. You know the size of those. Oh,
A sweet potato,
so
actually.
no final thoughts.
One that's very pointy.
Nope, I think
Yeah,
we're
but
good.
I'll put a bloody pineapple up your backside.
1, 2,
Well, anyway-
3, 4,
Both of
5.
you need to behave.
Well, anyway, thank you so much for joining us this week on the 6873 show. We want to see you guys next week. Please like, share, subscribe with everyone you know. Until next week, have a great one.
And to all our
Toodaloo.
potato chips out there, exactly. Take care, be safe. Lots of love. Bye.
Tatty bye.
Potato!
Potatoes!
Shit.
Sound like a